Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. It's been a busy week. I started my week by going to the Rochester Maker Faire. There I met Jesse Houston, and Jesse makes these wheels. I'm not exactly sure what they're called, cryo wheels maybe? These wheels are pretty incredible. The performer gets inside of this wheel and spins around. Jesse actually machines all these himself in his workshop, and he figured out all the electronics and he 3D prints all the connections there. They're all custom made, this whole entire thing. They're made to break down so that they could travel, because the performer will travel around the country with them, so he can't carry a big 7-foot wheel. So they break down into these several different pieces. And this is a professional performer just experimenting with one.
He's probably one of the strongest men in this whole building right now.
The reason I was at the Maker Faire was to do a panel talk with Chris from Chops with Chris, Rory from Dirty Smith, and Bill Griggs from his CNC channel. All four of us discussed the ups and downs and the ins and outs of having a YouTube channel where we teach the varied disciplines that we each teach. Just a few other things at the Maker Faire. This guy was making these beautiful figurines out of foam latex. And there was a robot team there. First Robotics was there. And it always amazes me what these kids can do. And then there was a team of these older men that were making traditional balsa wood planes. There's some really cool stuff there. One of my favorite things at the Maker Faire was the toothpick man. It's pretty incredible what you could do with just a couple of toothpicks and some glue and some determination.
My name is Stan Monroe, and you can find me at toothpickworld.com. 13 years I've been doing it professionally. I've been doing it for fun for 35 years. We're at 5 different museums this past summer.
And you have a toothpick tattoo on your arm.
Yeah.
That is cool. Awesome work, man.
Thanks.
Very inspiring. And I like how you just keep working.
From the Maker Faire, Chris and I drove to my farmhouse, which is about a 4-hour ride, and we wanted to get away from the snow. Some of you know that it snowed in Rochester this week. We beat the snow, we got to my house, and Chris brought this chair. He gifted it to the farmhouse, this beautiful chair he made from driftwood that he collected out of the Ohio River, and you can see that video on his channel. We had a great couple days together here at the farmhouse, and he's going to come back in the spring when we're going to host a class or something. So Chris, thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
There you go.
Ta-da!
As it's getting colder, we realized we need a chicken coop door, so I built this chicken coop door. We'll see how the winter goes with the chickens. Everybody says don't worry, so we're not going to worry. My buddy Mark, who I made the bee house for over the summer, he sells his product on QVC, and so I make these boxes for him to display his product. And the box is made out of wood, as you can see, and they're covered with galvanized sheet metal. This is typical of some of the stuff I do on a day-to-day basis. I'm still teaching myself Fusion, and John Saunders has given me a lot of help with that. So John, thank you again and again and again, either directly through email or through your videos. So thank you. I'm still trying to figure out how to connect Fusion with the 440, which I made my first chips with this week. And I'm just going through what they have on the interface called the conversational, which is a way to just kind of make quick and easy shapes. So I'm just learning the interface. And needless to say, it's a little complicated, but I'm making my way through it. I got the machine to run, and I didn't crash it, so I'm very happy for that.
That's a Woolly's hole, don't touch it.
One day this tree's gonna fall, hopefully not on anybody.
Of course, it was Thanksgiving this week, so my brother came up to the house. We had some family time with everybody. Taylor made some wonderful food, and we had a great dinner. Right now it's about 2 a.m., about midnight on Friday morning. I realized there was a little leak in the backyard, and I couldn't imagine where water was coming from. And my worst fear was realized that the drain that goes out to the leach field, the main drain pipe from the house, is backed up under the leach field. So more than likely I have to get a backhoe here and dig up about 150 feet of my backyard to figure out where this pipe is crushed. And so here I just dug out and alleviated some of the pressure so that the water would not go into the house but remain in the yard. Check back next week for some follow-up. Thank you all for the support. And now for some cat stuff.
Somebody from a party that you don't like, and I know there are a lot of people here who don't like the Democratic Party either, but when the other side wins, and we'll make it a little more light, when the other side wins, you're always going to get appointments that you disagree with, and you have to pick the ones that you most disagree with, and Nikki Haley is probably among the more agreeable appointments, also at a job that in this administration probably not the most important job.